All right. Let me do this. Let me sell this stuff up right fast. Everyone, what's up? How about them Saints? What do everybody think about the draft? Da, 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 da. Remember, you could do all this on Screen Lab. Just can't do it on Screen Lab no more, bro. Cannot do it on Screen Lab no more. What's up, everyone? Let me get started. Let me set this up right fast. Gotta set this up on my phone too. I don't like my phone. My phone be doing some messed up stuff. Damn, I can't even do it on my phone. Damn. Alright, Facebook, y'all kind of mess up. Facebook is mess up. Okay, well, can't do it on my phone, so be it. Alright, get started in a minute. This one here. What y'all think about the draft? Y'all think the Saints did good in the draft, everyone? What y'all think? Appreciate that like. Oh well, let's get started. I think the Saints did good side of the quarterback. The quarterback, not feeling that. Not feeling about their drafting the quarterback, but I don't know. They say he got good accuracy. He got good accuracy, everyone. Okay, let's get started. Need me another phone. All right. We're gonna do some Saints football tonight at 1. I was able to scream for a minute. And also the podcast coming soon. What's up, Ninja? They say when you coming back to Warzone? Maybe next week. I need to get that new Call of Duty game too. Give me time. My son taking most of my time. He be wanting to play on my PlayStation. So it's kind of hard.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
All right, Saints versus Raiders. Let's do this.
Glad you're with us. It's Blake Groupie to get this one started, and off we go here in New Orleans. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone.
I had some problems
we'll
when the last time I was playing Madden.
Wasn't
getting jiggy with it. Couldn't get jiggy with it. There was a lot going on. There was a lot going on, everyone. We might win some games tonight.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson looking to throw right away. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Okay,
you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Oh, it's hard.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up.
We don't got a good defensive line to stop the run.
A first down carry for Henry. And
Davis,
fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
I had to switch to this.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Flushed out right.
And
that's caught. It's Flowers.
He's looking at the
and
ball.
they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses
What
over out of bounds.
Debo? Come on now.
They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal. As some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
You said you can hear me now? All right.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line.
Ooh,
and he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Adam Mason tackle right there. Okay, we got to figure out how to stop the run. All right. Got to figure out, man, gonna have to figure out how to stop Henderson, man. We couldn't even get
Carr
through that.
Going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Okay.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Outside.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
You on this side here.
From the gun, it's Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, my goodness, boy.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, like 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ben. Happy birthday,
now
my
second
brother.
and 3.
How old you made today?
And Shaheed going to go in motion. Now Carr. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Dog,
I can assure you, setting up a screen
I'm glad we got another quarterback.
Than it appears.
Oh my goodness, Clark throwing this
from
thing.
Everyone on the offense.
Oh
and
my
the defense's
goodness.
#1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Clark throwing is like, man.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second down and 8. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Man, I tell you, I hate his drawing, dog. Really do hate his drawing. Hey, his drawing so bad, bro. Man!
Down the sideline he goes.
What I gotta do is stop him from throwing the ball straight to the defensive player. I'm trying to throw the ball over his head. He just throws right to the player.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they in nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did. And came through with a big-time pick six.
Bullshit, boy.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
You know what? I see why the Saints got the quarterback in the second round. He got accuracy. He got accuracy.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Okay, we got
to return it, Alvin Kamara. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard
not like
line.
Oh, man, you lose because this draw to a receiver.
Right the Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
Stop throwing it straight to the defensive
solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He might have a good arm, but no accuracy.
They run it again with Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
I can't win or lose.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's got some space here. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half.
That's what I'm going to do.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
All right,
good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
That's it.
That one is going to sting.
I'm praying. I might spare Spencer Rattler. I'm just praying Spencer Rattler. Put Spencer Rattler starter. Put him as a starter. Come on, all this goofy stuff here. This put Spencer Rattler in. Let's see here. What his drawing is. His drawing power is 90. You see here, short drawing accuracy. So that's the thing. It's short. Like, your short throwing average is 88, Clark. Like, come on now. You see medium throw accuracy. Damn, his medium throw average is 78. Damn. D throw. Damn, I can't throw no D ball. Shit. Damn, I gotta stick with Clark. Oh, man. They don't got Vincent Rattler with no good on. I can't win or lose. It's like I gotta wait for Man 26 to come out. I don't know. That's just crazy how he just can't. I don't know. I gotta figure out what's going on with that. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Oh, maybe he just got better internet speed and they could just get there faster. I don't know.
From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans.
I think it's a game up to pressing the button. That work. Give me something. Oh, boy.
Glad you're with us. It's Blake Groupie to get this one started, and off we go here in New Orleans. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Let's see how this game
nicely
works out.
bit off.
A
Pretty decent game.
For goodness sakes.
Here now, 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, my goodness.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
Man, right
And
there
he's
to
dropped
get there,
just
and he ain't
before the
doing
line to
nothing.
gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Oh, my goodness, boy.
Just play
Yeah,
number
y'all
3
really
here
like
on the
Saints,
opening
huh?
drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. That is caught. Brown with his stick skills. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. In motion, the tight end. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Coming in my face like that.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. Hurts. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley fighting his way through contact. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line?
Shot!
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Man, John could have had him, bro. John just could not break out.
Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Pick a pray.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. I
should not be doing this, but it's trial. Let's see. Let's see if we get lucky.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is incomplete.
What's going on?
It looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play.
Oh, my goodness, bro. That's crazy.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
To throw his Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
On me or something.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
I mean, you
ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession
right there,
as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara.
There we go. There we go.
Down the left sideline. Alvin Kamara.
Touchdown. There we go.
Into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
I got faith in him.
58 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Groupie able to add the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Go, go, Power Rangers!
Throwing is Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first
you might
down.
catch my man 26.
As a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense. He finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 10 more there and another first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So he's going to watch it.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go play action with Hurts, escaping the pressure right. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he'll go down.
About time we need something. Shit.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
I don't know like he's going to kick his 3. The Atlanta Times were down.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Now Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment.
All the way right.
Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory.
Couldn't get there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Couldn't get there. Couldn't get there. Left side, they bust through the left side like crazy.
On the counter, here's Kamara. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Carr. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And able to get this to the 31.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. To throw, it's Carr. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I saw it, too.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Carr. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
Be smart, kick the
and
ball.
His kick is right there.
Be
It's
smart,
good.
kick the
And
ball.
in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
We got to press him.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
On the end around, here
come
comes
on,
Smith.
bro. How the whole left side crash?
Now he's free at the 35. Devontae Smith. Touchdown,
The whole left side
Philadelphia.
crash. That's crazy.
Devontae Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. So this, not a stat line that you'd expect to
Whole
see.
left
2
side
touchdowns
crash,
for him
bro.
now in the ball game, both coming on the ground.
Go for 2 points if we get to the end
Obvious
zone.
they found something that they like on offense that they can use against the defense, and I think they'll continue to go to it until they stop them.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it
Oh,
a
I was hoping he was
17-10
gonna pass.
score.
He stuck to that run.
Now after the touchdown,
Stuck
here's
to the run.
Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Bro.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Can't he throw the ball high with him?
They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
You want to talk about the proverbial
You
deer
might
in the
have some
headlights.
type
That's
of hope.
exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Throwing on second and long. Hurts over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
You just behind.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
Oh, I got to score fast.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Carr. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's Carr. Now this one taken in by Olave. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Carr to throw. Flush to his right.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still...
And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Throwing it to the defensive prayers, bro.
And now
come on, Carl. You got to help me on this game, bro.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So a 4th quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Maybe I got to pray with the Chiefs. A good team. Just a win game. You can't do it the Saints.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
I don't know. Maybe EA said y'all been winning with some shitty teams at the deep buffer.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete.
I tell you.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play.
Throwing it to him.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Oh, my goodness, bro.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Carr. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Some bullshit.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover.
I don't know. And then the defense, we're not doing nothing on defense. See, that's another thing, too. Not doing nothing on defense. Can't do nothing on defense. Defense not even working out. Well, I can't wait for Madden 26. Maybe they might fix it. When you throw the ball fast, you might just don't get a straight pick.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Blake Groupie out and ready to send this away. And we're off and running from Houston. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
I swear, if he just threw it straight to the defensive prayers, boy, I don't know what to say. I don't know how I can fix that. I just don't know what to say.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Stroud of the air to start us off. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10.
Oh, my goodness.
Complete to Dell. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3. Lays out. What a catch. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, with a big gain on that play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Caught near the pylon. And all he needed was one more stride. He's at the 2-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That'd been nice. That could have been a pick.
That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown, Houston. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on the opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
It's been going on all night. Look, I'm pressing the button. It's not letting me pick it. It's been going on all night.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
From the shotgun, Khan. Taken in by Hill, right side. He's contained at the line for no gain. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Appreciate the follow, my brother.
Carr throwing on 3rd.
Oh,
and there's a man there. It's intercepted.
I cannot throw the ball high as a cloak in this game, dog. I'm not understanding
and
that.
The Texans get it
He's
back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
He's still picking.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Looking for the back that time. It's 2nd and goal.
That is a DB's best friend's pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Going right side, mixing with it. He gets him halfway there with a 3-yard gain. They'll need 3 more on 3rd and goal.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He finds him right side.
And he was offside.
And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offside ball.
Dang, bro.
Fairbairn now for the PAT.
Like, what are you doing those sides in the way?
The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Nah, I'm out to this and say, screw Matt. You can't even throw the ball high when you got a person wide open, bro. They can still go there and pick.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff.
I ain't hear you what you say.
You can still go there and pick. You have a guy wide
Well into the end zone. He's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
We should have got Shadur, man. We should have got Shadur.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They go play action with Kong. That's caught by Chris Olave. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Carr off the play fake.
the ball, bro!
Pocket isn't holding up. They're going to drop it. And a big play drives them backward. 2nd down coming up.
You just feel this defense starting to come alive, don't you, Kate? Got their 1st turnover last time out. Now they put their 1st sack on the board. And big plays on that side of the ball, well, they can come in bunches. Defense sure hopes to keep this faucet going. And the offense wants to turn the spigot off.
Hey, let's go.
Getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Texans are going to take over after the interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him.
That was my bad.
Defensively, as that one falls
That was
incomplete.
me. That was me.
This
I
is
knew
why
you
we
was
hear
blessed.
about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released.
Man, come on now. You got to get that out.
Nico Collins, the intended target. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. To the air yet again. It's Stroud.
Oh, Marco, man. The fuck?
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down.
I just cannot get
Ball
the
on the
throw
right
up.
hash for this 36-yard look. Everly's kick
I
is
just
good.
can't get the throw out, everyone.
And they
I don't
come
know what
away
to
with
say.
some points
I can't
on
even
that
throw the ball
series.
clock tonight.
Anytime you
I don't
start
know what's going
sniffing
on.
that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Throwing tonight. Throwing is bad.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
I don't know. Maybe I just need to try Spencer around. Maybe I might get lucky. Just try him out.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
Just try him
Fits
out.
it through the middle.
Just try Spencer around.
And they
give him a
finally
chance.
bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Carr with it on 1st. Flush down out to his left. He's keeping it.
Oh, he's in the front, boy.
Wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. It's a pickup of 14 yards
Just
as
in
the chains
case.
reset.
Just in case he do catch me.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Carr here from the gun.
Hey,
Touchdown, New Orleans.
All right, we got that.
It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with. And when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Grouping adds the extra point.
To get some,
and the Saints cut the lead down to 10.
You do good. This is like, it's like, I'm stuck in a loophole.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now
Stuck
as the kick is up and away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
We got to put pressure on them. We got to. Got to put pressure on them. Got to keep pressing them. So what we got here?
Let me give you the ball back. Gonna go and score.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stroud.
Oh my God, what are y'all doing to me?
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big plays, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Blitz coming for Stroud. We've got a screen to the running back. Space past the 35. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
All them guys, dog.
They get 22 on that one.
All them
and
guys,
it sets up
bro.
a Houston 1st.
All them guys right there,
Now
dog.
it's Stroud. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Man, why the fuck does y'all keep dropping the ball?
Also hit the ground. Let's sort this out.
Man, all these pens.
Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense.
All these pens.
Oh.
All these doggone penalties, dog. Come on, man.
So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field. Incomplete. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there.
Oh, my goodness.
And now they face 2nd down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target, and they could play on it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Oh, my goodness, you could have helped us.
Diggs there to bring it in. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Stroud. He's got him. That's Mixon. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. It's a pickup of 11. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Bails out of the pocket quick. That one's complete, right side. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
I don't know, maybe he can't kick.
When you see play action, do all you can to
Maybe
get
he
your
can't
eyes
kick.
to the
Let's
tight
see.
end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Everly's kick is good. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff
Oh,
should
see
run
if
out
we
the
can run it
half, so
back.
better make that return good as it's away. Power squib kick is taken in. He's hauled down on what is the final
It's
play of
just
our
like this
first
game
half.
designed to stop me, though. Like
So
my
we're
own
through
crib
2
got
quarters
me.
now, still a half of football
the
to be
game was
played.
designed
We'll be
to
back with
stop.
more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone.
Come on, y'all.
Oh, he
Stop
shows the
getting in
first
my
on this
way.
return.
First it was
And it's a nice
doggone
return
put
here.
out
They'll
to
tackle
me.
him shy of the 35.
Oh, my goodness.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you, the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
Carr now on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Olave with the catch. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. Easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Gets this to Johnson. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. Finds a seam down the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Offense up to the line fast. Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of
time
yards,
to
but
settle
still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Running back sent in motion. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Catch is made in close. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Going power with a big tight end. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Back to him again on 3rd and goal. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now they'll get some time to mold this decision. They'll have 4th and goal after the break. It's the Saints ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Now Carr. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to it.
Good shit, boy.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
That just make no sense. As soon as I get the ball,
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
This game is just against me.
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's Stroud now. He intercepts it. That's exactly what they needed.
Man, that flows the fucking ball.
Now in that spot, Brock, I think his first priority is just getting a throw some kind of way and avoiding the safety, right?
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. And I know it's so easy for us up here in this comfy booth, armchair quarterback. You can't ever relax when you're reading the coverage just because you're worried about taking a safety. You still got to stand, you got to deliver, and you got to take care of the football.
This one's taken in by Hill. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Working quickly here. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
All right.
The Saints now within one
Still
score
got
in
3
the 4th.
All
right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
That shit aggressive. Okay.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pass caught by Mixon.
Come on, man.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Shit.
How about 29 yards on 1st down?
Oh, my goodness,
And a fresh
David.
set of
You let me
downs
down
on
now.
its way. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On play action, here's Stroud. Completed to Collins. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it sets up a Houston
Davis
first.
don't got no speed. He can't
That takes
keep
us to the
up with
2-minute
nobody.
warning in Houston. Texans leading by 6.
Man.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10.
All right.
Stroud off the play fake. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Andre Taylor has it.
There we go. All
And
right.
the Saints have some new life in the
All
fourth.
right. All
Well,
right.
that's now his second
That's
time that he's put his defense in a tough spot.
All right.
That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Setting up to pass.
Oh, I will pick that. Damn, just pick that.
All right.
The Saints find a way to tie it late.
All right.
So it's touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline.
Okay,
they do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff.
We don't care he get them short routes. Let him get them short routes. I gotta set this up.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchdown.
Don't care he get them short routes. Don't care. Don't care if he get them short routes. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care if he get them short routes.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Here he is to throw. Schultz with the catch. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
We need some speed.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to throw. And they got there in time.
Right.
He's taken down.
All right. I'm glad we switched the dime.
Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first.
Okay, I'm
and they'll
glad
take a
we
moment to
switched
ponder
the dime.
what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Now to throw.
There we go.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. That's DeMario Davis.
Word of advice, my
Saints
brother.
make the play
Don't play
that should
around
have
with
won
me.
them this game.
That's a lesson learned for you.
Oh, man,
play
bro.
around.
Somebody,
Game
those
next time,
other
my brother.
leaders on that
This is the
sideline,
game
they've
next
got to
time,
sit
my
him
brother.
down and
You
calm
cause
him.
yourself
I got
to
you.
win, my brother.
3 consecutive
I
drives
got you,
now
bro. I
where
got
he's
you.
thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is
stay
just all
humble next
over
time,
him.
my brother.
Seeing
Stay
every
humble.
throw, anticipating these routes before
Stay
they're
humble,
even
my
run.
brother. Stay
He's
humble
dropping back to
sometimes.
throw, and
Stay
I know
humble.
this feeling. It's
When you know you got
horrible
the
as a
game, you
quarterback.
gotta finish
It feels
it, my
like
brother.
there's 20 defenders out there on this
Lesson learned.
defense. You know, they got some positive
Lesson
yards.
learned right
That's
there.
a good thing. But too many
Right,
plays like
right,
that,
right.
it just is
Appreciate the light, my
too
brother.
hard to pile together, get first downs
Man, you was
against
giving me
the
a
better
hard
defenses in this
time, bro. I
league.
had to figure something out, bro.
2nd down
Good
now,
Lord.
7 to go. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw.
You better take your own advice, man. Oh, that's bullshit.
It's inside the 10.
Let me go. Let me go.
That's a
Ooh.
judgment, folks. They
Boy,
take
that
it.
bit almost a pick six.
Up this way.
Well, it was no big six,
You
though.
love seeing a
It was
tight
no
end get
big
the chance to
six.
show off those wheels, right? And in the best
Shit.
of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
You might have fucked up still, though.
Somebody with that type of mass
What's up,
rolling
my
at full
brother?
You might have
My
fucked
old
up
page
still.
got
They
banned.
don't want
Have
to
to make
stand
a
in the
whole
way,
new
wants to
page,
stop
man.
him anyhow. The answer?
I can't even go on my old page. I have to make a whole nother page,
Ruby's
my
extra
brother.
point is good.
But I'm back. I'm
And the
back
Saints
at it.
grow their
I'm
lead to
back
8.
at it.
Say, back at it.
But GG,
I
my
might
brother.
score, though.
Huh?
I might score. You might have fucked up. I might score.
You gotta go for 2 birds.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff.
I'm not gonna brush you. You've been getting a little luck with my wrist. I'm gonna cover you now. I'm gonna cover you.
And
I'm
he
gonna
opts
cover you
not to
hard.
bring this one out, so
Got
they're going to
one
enjoy some
time out,
good
man.
starting
This
field
is your
position
moment.
from the 30.
The time is now. The time is now. Come on now.
They're out and set.
I
First
know
and
how
10.
you gonna pray now, cause you only got one time. I know exactly what you're gonna do too.
He'll look
Yep.
to throw it.
Yep.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot.
Yep.
That could be
Yes,
it, folks.
sir.
It's intercepted.
You out of bounds.
Delonte
Yeah.
Taylor.
You out of bounds.
Well, just
Y'all the ball. Y'all better
can't
change
get
that shit.
any worse, Brock.
Y'all better give me my challenge.
You better find email. Tell them about that. You better pray to the email.
Ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare.
That bitch ain't from.
Escape. They take him down on a
I'm getting tired of
this ball game. Wow, they're gonna pass it here.
Dog, come on.
An all-around tough
said
play
every
for him.
same
Took a
pick
shot
like
on the release, and it
executives
definitely affected
should
the
pick
throw. It's
forward and
incomplete.
terrible long need to be fucked.
Well, that's
Man,
when
like
you
I
chalk
told
up
you,
to
my
the
old
pressure,
page, Mickey
earning
Luke got
that
a lifetime
incompletion.
job.
They came in before he could find a target.
The only
hit
way
him,
he'll get fired
altered
is to get
that
a new
last
owner.
second attempt to get rid of it.
And I'm getting tired of you with that doggone breast you was doing, for goodness sakes.
He's back to throw.
Oh, come on, bro.
This one falls incomplete.
Wow,
Still
right
17 seconds left to play.
Please give me some type of
Trying to find
chance
his
to
tight
throw the
end.
ball.
And that brings up 4th and long.
Man,
Here comes the Saints punting unit.
don't give you no type
Go.
of chance.
Need a
This
run
away,
back.
and, oh, this is
Need a
gonna be
run
field
back.
flipper.
You ain't getting
And
nowhere.
not only does he go in the wrong
Spent the wrong
direction,
fucking
but
way,
he's
boy.
stopped for a
Yes,
net
you
loss
did,
on the
son.
return.
Yes, you did. But GG's,
And
man.
after the
I don't
punch,
think
the
miracle
offense
gonna
comes
happen
out
here.
onto the field. And it's going to be
GG's.
Texans football.
GG's, next time finish the game off. You should have ran the
Here's Stroud
time
on
out.
1st and 10. Trying to push it deep
Oh, pick
downfield.
that.
And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5
Now, I
seconds
think
left.
Mickey Luke did good in the draft, but that
Trying to
quarterback
find
we
Stephon
drafted
Diggs.
on, I don't know.
And now
I
it's
don't know
second
about that. They say he got
Any
good
DB
accuracy.
prefers
That's
a
why they
highlight
picked
reel
him.
interception and
Don't
just
know.
force it
Man,
into
that
the
man
pass.
sorry.
As soon as he realized the pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands
Oh
on it
no,
and makes
they
sure
didn't
it wasn't
blackball my
completed.
boy.
Well, he with the Browns
2nd
now.
and 10, Stroud to
He with the
throw.
Browns.
Yeah, but
A bit of desperation
they
on
still
this deep
blackball. I
shot.
don't give a damn.
And this one falls
I'm a Saints
incomplete.
fan. They
No
blackballed.
miracles on the
Oh,
final
you a
drive
Saints
today.
fan? Oh,
This
damn.
game is over.
Too late now. He should have joined my
So
screen.
this a win on the road for the Saints.
Woo.
And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense
You
carried
said every
that
Saints
small
pick up
lead
with
through to the
pick
finish
four was
line
like
as
terrible.
they escape with a victory.
I don't know. We got to
And
have
with
we
Brock
got to have
Hewitt
faith
and
in
our
Mickey Luke.
EA
We got to have
Sports
faith.
crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long
Gotta
from
have
this
faith.
one. It's a win for
Gotta
the
have
Saints,
faith.
as we'll see you next.
All right, we're redeeming ourselves, everyone. We got the win. Oh my goodness, bro! I don't know what's on with man. Clark is making me mad. Oh my goodness, he's making me mad with his drawing. Whew. Wait, how many Saints fans in the screen? Who are all Saints fans in the screen? Brad can go to the Super Bowl.
It's a building that's meant so much to the city of New Orleans and all of its residents over the years. And our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome.
Oh, we're playing against Atlanta? Nah, Atlanta gonna be a problem too, bro. Atlanta gonna be a problem too. Man, see, I think it's something wrong, man. Look at that, some hinder button. Like, why it don't be working?
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And here we go from New Orleans. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara.
Oh, come on,
And the
man.
defense gets there to
Well,
force a small
Kenemo,
loss.
please fix the blocking with these
We take a
players.
break from his regularly
on,
scheduled
you gotta
programming
train
and
them
pass
to
coverage
block. They
duties
just
to
don't know how
see
to
him
block
out in a
on this
little
game.
contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. Little nod, little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Here's 2nd and 11. Got his target. It's Hill. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Carr with it on 3rd and short.
Go down.
Completes beyond the marker.
Go down.
He takes him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he works this to
can we
the
do that
38
again?
before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. A give on 2nd to Kamara.
Damn!
What a hit!
Oh,
He gets
my
flattened to the
goodness.
ground. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Oh my goodness.
Wideout's getting involved in the ground game. Oh, the football's loose. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Oh my
Well, that right
goodness,
there
dog.
is exactly
I tell you,
how
this game
you
is
kill
broken.
some momentum.
He
An
held
early
it,
setback,
dog,
no
held him
doubt,
up
but
to serve,
the
and he's
first
still
time out,
throwing the
fumbling it
ball.
away in enemy territory, that's
Oh my
tough.
goodness,
And
bro. I
such
tell
a
you,
bummer,
this
right?
game,
Because
bro.
the journey was going well. You script for success.
Damn.
You get that ball
Uncle
moving, and
Sermon,
then
he's
you're right.
still
You just
throwing the
lose
ball.
all sorts of momentum. Got to recapture it the next time out.
Man, I tell you,
And they
this game
catch
is
up
so
to him, but
broken,
not
dog. Like,
until
come
he's
on,
got
man.
a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards.
Oh, Lord.
And it's good for an Atlanta
I tell
first
you, he
down.
messed up on this game, bro. Having Uncle Sermon, he's still fumbling the ball. That makes sense.
Penix working from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
He has the first over the middle. He's out in the clear. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit.
Oh, yeah, let me set the defense of this mess over.
Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score. Play action. Here's Penix. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Falcons get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Young Hui Koo on for the point after.
I mean, if that was Clark,
Right down the middle,
so
it's
scared,
good.
he wouldn't do that ball.
And they
right.
add one on to their first touchdown of the
And look at
contest.
that. Hold on, I gotta wait for offense. Throwing the doggone ball, bro. I hate that
Out
shit.
to kick it away. Here's
Throwing
Pinion.
the freaking ball.
Shaheed now to return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
And then let's see, everyone. It's on. Oh, damn. That's on me. I had that shit on progressive. Damn. That's on me. I thought I had on conservative. That's on me right there. That's how you fumble that shit. I gotta start moving fast. Damn. I swore I had that shit on conservative. That shit was on
The
aggressive.
Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Carr off the play fake. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Another try following the sack. He throws a bullet to the center of the field.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Penix looking to pass. Escapes out to the left. Able to get it to Moore. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A very productive play from the rookie QB out of Washington. That gets them a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Penix now on 1st down. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Falcons with a lot of work to do to get into scoring range. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the set. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. First time this game they've looked to him. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. To the air with Penix.
Oh, come on, man.
Has some daylight through the 40.
Man, they got Davis fucking
and they
trash
finally
on Madden
bring him
now,
down,
dog.
but that is a big gain
Man,
and a new set of
trash
downs.
on Madden.
How about 29
understanding
yards on
this,
that
bro.
play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Finds his target, Robinson. Spins into the open field. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a 1st. And again, it's Penix. The throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They go play action. Here's Penix. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons will add to their lead at the end of the half. Drake London with the touchdown. Cool with the extra point. And the Falcons double their lead to 14.
He went to the Bengals, I think. All right. Oh, Lord.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion.
Boy, that phone got me out the game now. Dang.
Shaheed now to return.
And then go
And he
backwards and
crawls to
backwards,
the 15 before they stop
go
it.
backwards and backwards some more, huh?
They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with.
All right, see if we could get a field goal.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first.
Y'all can't.
They'll have
Y'all
2
can't
left to
rock
work
three
with before
people
halftime.
that's coming after me, huh? Y'all
Everyone's
can't rock
prepped. It's
3
second
people,
down
huh?
now. Carr here from the gun. Ooh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3. Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
The kick by Lutz is good. And our first half ends with 3 points. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock here with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. On the return, here's Ray McLeod. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
All right, well put on aggressive. All right, well.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Penix on first down. His running back hauls it in deep right.
You dogs number 5.
All the way, that's an Atlanta
right
touchdown.
there. Like, why do you stop? You're right there.
The Falcons grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons make it a 24-point ball game. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Shaheed now to return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return.
Wow.
40. At the 20. And he does. Touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
They've got a man in motion. Oh, getting creative for 2 here. Wide receiver on the run. And he's in. The 2-point try cuts this lead to 16. That makes this a 2-score game.
No need to go for outside. Still a good quarter. I said, will they let me go outside? No. All right, let me go for it. They will not let me do it.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
We could try the Brits.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They kick the running back in motion. Got a man, it's London. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Penix now against a blitz. That one's complete to London.
Oh,
And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
This guy Davis shit on
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. He's got a man left. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Throwing from the pistol, Penix. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Going right side, Robinson with it. Jukes one defender. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
We just don't got
that right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Penix now to throw. Got a man. Robinson has it.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how. I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. It's a design boot. Flushed out of the pocket. That's caught for the first. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Shaheed now to return. Returns looking good so far. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
This guy's put on a show today. Already took one back to the house and nearly another. This is what the new league rules wanted. This is what Park Avenue in New York imagined with the new kickoff rules. Give those returners a chance to put on a show. And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw.
Oh no, they get him yet again!
And there you go, going straight to the
defensive
defensive
back on the final play of the quarter.
Straight to the defensive players. Nowhere close to the streets of here.
A nice takeaway to end that 3rd quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the 4th. It's Falcons football as we start the fourth. They hold a commanding advantage here.
Stop you for praying with a team like the Saints, man. That is crazy. See, you is garbage. You ain't no help. You just be getting shit on. I'm glad we got your boy from the Chiefs, bro. Well, you ain't shit. I wish we could have beat Atlanta. Just couldn't beat them. Couldn't do jack nothing.
You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter. And they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans.
See, it gotta be the game. Like every time I play a new game, it will not let me pick the play. It gotta be the game.
Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're underway in Caesars Superdome. Starting at the 10.
I'm sure that's supposed to be a
big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Running left, this is Kamara. And this one doesn't go far. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Pressure coming for Carr. Taken in by Hill, right side. A lot of mess on the move here.
Oh, yeah.
Avoids the defender. We've got a race. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge
That
gain.
made me just want to pray. That made me just cut the screen off now.
We often talk about flipping the field in special teams,
right?
A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Running behind center with Kamara. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone.
They got a weakness
After a
to
good
the middle.
pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Another run for Kamara. Oh, he drops it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
All right, we got to win
The
this in the
Saints
dome.
take a 6-0 lead right away. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. For the offense, you got to love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff.
Let's go.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. they'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver is going to get it to begin the drive. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face.
Throwing the ball up.
Just like that.
Just throw it fast and they catch.
The defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Because that QB is tight
do that with Club,
they got that ball out in a hurry.
No way I can't do that with Club.
Just 2 to go.
As soon as I get the ball, I just go on.
Henry's going to try to pick it up.
Hey, come on,
and he's
man.
caught behind the line for a loss.
Man, they making me mad on this game, bro.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
4th down, it's Jackson. He puts some air under this one, deep right.
Oh, come
He's
on,
got it at the 30.
Man, I'm right there to
And they
get
will
there.
take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Bitch.
The Ravens
Oh,
finish
my
up their
goodness,
opening
bro.
drive.
I'm right there.
I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did
my
just
goodness, bro.
that.
Yeah, beauty and simplicity, right?
there.
Now,
I'm
when you
right
run
there
that
and
fly
trying
route,
to do
you
that.
got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline,
my
too.
goodness,
Don't get
bro.
pushed to the boundary. Give your
Right
quarterback
there
room
to
to throw
get
it up.
that shit.
And you can find pay dirt.
Then that shit happens.
Now
Bro.
Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And he doesn't make it very far.
this
Tackled
shit
at
he's
his own
doing.
10-yard line.
Well, that's a case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case.
That's
Instead,
a new right there.
coverage team sticks
What
him with
he's
a
doing.
really long field ahead.
Carr off the play fake. He's going deep. Defender's there. It's intercepted.
Damn, he's way smaller than you, too. That's embarrassing.
That's crazy, bro.
It's a big momentum
That's
swing on the
crazy.
final play of our opening quarter. Both teams neck and neck so far.
Your user's
Back to
fucking
the
trash.
superdome of Caesar
Get no
in just a
control
bit.
on that. Can't get no control on that.
Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They have it following that interception on the final play of the first quarter. The drive begins with Henry. Breaks through, and he might break away.
Now y'all going to have
And
a
he's
breaking
brought
tackles
down
now,
after a
huh?
nice gain and a first down.
Now
Moving
y'all gonna have a
quickly,
breaking
trying to get set
tackles,
again.
huh?
Going to the ground again on first. And they'll have to swallow a loss on the play as he's touched down behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Jackson now on third. He has the first over the middle. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. It's the Ravens with 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. First down, and they go back to Henry. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Running it now out of the gun. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Right on the doorstep now. Here's 1st and goal from inside the 1. Henry punches it in for the Baltimore touchdown.
right there.
Ravens
Right
get some
there to
late
tackle
points
him,
and the
man.
lead.
Come on, man.
Derrick Henry, the
Right there to
touchdown.
tackle him.
Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle.
Like, I'm just getting
And the
cheated.
Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7.
How you just let the man right
Now
past you,
Tucker on
right
to handle
there,
the
you
kickoff.
pump right there. You just let the man go right through you.
He'll take this at the 10. This return makes it up to the 25. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Carr now on 1st and 10. That's caught by Chris Olave. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. Gets this one to Shaheed. He's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans.
All right.
The Saints earn the chance to tie it before halftime. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They've got 1st down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Lamar now from the gun. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Second and 8. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Willie Gay with the pick.
Yes, sir.
And the Saints will
Yes,
have a
sir.
shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Yes, sir.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and
Really,
setting
dude, I
his
hate this
offense
stupid
up for
kicking shit in
success.
this game, bro.
That's
Hate
halftime
this
of this
stupid kicking
contest.
shit,
we'll join
bro.
both teams in taking a short break.
Really do. I
More of the
hate this stupid
NFL
kicking
on
shit in
EA
this game,
Sports
bro.
in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
You gotta hold this and you gotta press that,
And
bro.
we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Come on, guys, y'all just...
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
This is Henry on second. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Whew, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And 4th and 4 coming up. He's back to throw.
Stupid ass.
And it falls incomplete.
There we go.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They give to Kamara, left side. Works the sideline inside the 35. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down. They stay on the ground with Kamara. And he gets this forward to the 19. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down. Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
He brings it in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints grab the lead on their first series of the half. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
What was he trying to do?
First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Henry with the first and still going. Inside the 30.
Man, they got a deep off him, dog. He could do all this shit by
cut it to
himself. They got a
one
deep
late in the
off him.
third.
That's too
Derrick
much right
Henry,
there.
the touchdown. Tucker on for the extra
They got
point.
deep off this dude here. This guy, golly, he is
The
the
point
cheat
after
code
splits
for
the
the Ravens.
uprights.
The
And the
freaking cheat
Ravens
code.
tie this game at 21. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. And after that last second
He's the
score in the
cheat code
third,
for
we'll
it.
resume play with a kickoff. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Starting at the 10. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. Offense in the hurry up here. It's Kamara on 3rd down. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Running right, it's Kamara. And that carry gets him up to the 44 on a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints with a little more work to do to win it here. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Putting a receiver in motion. The give here on 2nd. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? To throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Bro,
man, that was a chain mover if you would have held on, Brock, to the contact. Just too much to do so.
He's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
Looking to throw it. Oh, my goodness, it's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return.
Cheating this game, though. How he could not catch
an
that
aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down the distance, you're not running it right too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Out of the gun, Henry. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time to step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels.
Man,
and now's the best chance to push the envelope and get aggressive.
Down.
Here's Henry running left. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Man, they should have
That's simply a foot race to the outside that he's used to winning. Seen him get beat there and forced to take it out of bounds near the line? Well, that's just a tremendous effort and tremendous speed by that defense.
Here he is to throw. Henry on the catch. Dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Touchdown.
Oh, I tell you.
The Ravens jump in front late. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Keeping it on the ground. And he's almost there, but no, they stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that two-point conversion.
Okay, that might cause him. Naheem, let me pick the prey, bro. I tell you, bro. This is why I don't like playing Madden every day.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He'll take this at the 10. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. He completes it in traffic. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So that brings up 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. He's got Shaheed. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Setting up to pass.
Come on, man.
And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
Stop cheating me like this.
Gosh, you can just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air. Carr. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one.
It's like you're trying to throw it.
It's going to be 3rd and long.
Man, I tell you, bro,
so hard to do.
Don't make no sense in this game, dog.
Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it.
On this game,
and this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
Pass interference.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Carr with it on 1st. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Throwing again, it's Carr. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pitch.
Can't do it for shit on this piece of shit game.
And this one may be out of reach now because the defense
Everything
comes
going
through
against
with 6.
me in the game. Nothing going against him at all.
Play, Brock,
Everything going against me on this game. Make no sense on this game, dog. I be getting cheated on this game. Holding my guys. I'm waiting for them to do a route. Holding them. No penalty, no nothing. No nothing call. Nothing no call for me. These guys know how to glitch the game, and they could just jam my guys, and I can't get free, and I can't do the ball to them. Had the 1st down. Had the 1st down for the 1st down. Screens he couldn't hold on to the freaking ball.
Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. We're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, Lord, bro. We had that game. This is some bullshit, bro. They can't even throw the ball to the receiver. That's another thing.
Blake Groupie out and ready to send this away.
Receiver wide open.
And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Right to the air, Burrow. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Willie Gay with the pick. And the Saints are able to bring this back to the 35-yard line. Well, Brock, I highly doubt all the plays will go as well as that one, but this coverage starts off the game with a major W.
That's all you could ask for right there. You come out so focused, so dialed into your game plan. You start this game strong, and you quickly throw a wrench into their opening script on the other side. That starts to play head games, and it certainly gives your defense a ton of confidence.
And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Another run for Kamara. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Carr. He finds Johnson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Kamara. And they'll surrender just a little yard. That brings up 2nd down.
That's real bad. Like,
Okay,
I know it's bad, but damn,
there's
how
a little
bad is
progress
it?
on 1st and goal. You keep it safe. You push a little closer.
How bad is
now
it?
you're
That's
set up for
someone,
what you want to do on 2nd down.
Another shot for Kamara. And he's brought down after a decent gain. Working quickly here. Kamara. And he's brought down for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks instead. Well, the defense is energized with that stop.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
Don't worry about it, big dog.
Once it became goal to goal, Brock, that field goal team just didn't feel like they were ever going to see the field. This team was committed to making a statement on the opening series, even if it meant leaving the offense out there on 4th and goal.
Yeah, I think that's really well said, Kate, for a couple reasons. Number one, you do get a chance to finish, right? So you do all this work to get there, you want to finish it. But you also know if you don't get it, well, you set your opponent up with some really bad field position.
Hey, the Saints might be good on match 26.
Brooklyn adds the extra point. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
I'm just tired of drop balls, and Clark can throw the ball quicker and deeper. But I'm glad he's gonna sit out, so I don't have to pray on man. So I gotta see what that doggone. I gotta see that quarterback they draft in the 2nd round. See what his overall.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Maybe it might be a little better. Oh man, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired, man.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right, let's see here. Let's see what we're gonna do.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
Okay, you want to do it to
and they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's his. We'll go
they get 13 on the pickup.
All right.
And it'll be 1st down Bengals.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best like curl and go, hook and go, out and up, guys, Kate. They run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite. And the play went right over his head. These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this.
Wah, wah, wah.
Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Burrow. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Willie Gay with the pick.
I feel his pain.
And the Saints get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Handoff headed right, Kamara. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Carr now on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. It's inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. To rock this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
And when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Group B to try the point after.
This game is
right down the middle. It's good. And the Saints double their lead to 14.
I want to make a touchdown doing all that. No way. No way. I tell you, boy.
Here's Group B on now to handle the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Completes this one to Chase. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there.
How that's not
and it
pick?
Sets up 2nd down.
How is that not a pick?
Here we go. 11 MT.
Burrow out of the shotgun.
Oh, you testing
This
me.
one
I see
taken in
that.
by Chase.
Okay.
And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
On 1, ready? 11 90. Here we go.
To throw again, it's Burrow. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line.
11 90.
Another try following the sack. Makes the grab in bounds left
Come
side.
on, y'all seen this man
That one
right
goes
there.
for 25 yards. And it'll be 1st down,
Oh, my
Bengals.
goodness, y'all crazy with that.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the
Shit.
job a little bit
I'm with the
easier. You know, play
linebacker,
calling's
he run
a lot
fast with
simpler
him.
and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down, Burrow to throw. He rolls to his right. He's keeping it. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
From the 24. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
On two. Gun.
Burrow from the gun. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Throw left side, complete. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals make it a one-score game before halftime. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. And a man is there to knock that away. Could not beat the defender there. So it'll be second down. Carr here from the gun. Olave with the catch. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Carr back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr.
Oh, come on!
No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
So come on with this game.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, Carr. Fits it through the middle.
There we go. Jesus.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Too much bugging on this game.
The Saints will add to their lead at the end of the half. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine. Surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Gonna be on that mall tomorrow.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints double their lead to 14. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff.
Tell what the update is on Marble, man. With all chains on. Give me all the updates.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
Man, this thing weak now.
First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow to the air now. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Pick it.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile.
All I'm asking,
You
just
can't
pick
just
it.
be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Looking to throw. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
12. Here we go.
He's back to throw. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Marvel Rivals with big
You
heads.
go middle of
but
the field
I think
against
it's-
zone coverage, Bronk. You know
it's
this
on
firsthand.
Fred
You are
during the
throwing into
weekend?
rush
That's
hour.
right.
And
During the weekend?
there aren't a lot of
Damn.
easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of
during the
hit. It's
weekend,
on
that's
you to
interesting.
protect your guys. Credit that
Now,
defense for
I
flying
know last
around
one
and
was
making
the
the play.
clones. So now we're doing big heads. Interesting.
On one, right?
Here comes the final play of our first half.
Here we go.
He'll throw it. Gets everything he has under this throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in
Pray with
possession.
the big heads.
We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he needed a lot more power there. It came down a ways away from the landing zone, and they're going to start the possession up at the 40. This is Kamara. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
What's up, Andrew?
They go play action with Khan. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He's got it inside the 10.
I didn't know I was
And
gonna
he
get
does
that.
quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Woo, I didn't know I
Look
was
at the
gonna get
touch
that.
he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece, and he was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Complete on the option.
He said,
And this one
mad
stopped at
about
the
our
3-yard
draft.
line.
Well, everybody mad about the QB.
You know, Kate, over the years,
But
I've heard
I
defensive
read-
coordinators
I
say,
see
hey, you
why
got to earn
they-
the right
I
to
see
rush
why
the
they
passer. You got
signed.
to earn the right for me to
He
call
got good
blitzes.
accuracy.
And when you
Now
call a
he
blitz
got
and
some
you don't get
injury
home and you don't hit the
problems, and he
quarterback,
26.
you've earned nothing.
That's some problems right there, but he got good accuracy. What they said. They say he got good
So
accuracy.
from the
That's why
3,
the
here's
Saints
2nd and goal.
went ahead and got him. Why they didn't got Sanders? I have no clue.
They'll try with the wideout.
Don't have no
And he
clue.
hauls it across for the
Hey,
New
my
Orleans
work's no favor,
touchdown.
bro. My work's no favor.
The Saints grow
I
the
gotta go
lead
on
coming out
college
of
football and see
halftime.
where his overall is.
It's what every
Now,
player who
I
scores a
was looking at
touchdown wants to
Sanders'
do,
overall.
Brock.
His
He wants to
overall
get
is
right back
95.
there and put another 6 on the
So,
board.
oh, okay.
I've never met an
Sanders
NFL
kinda good.
player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one,
He
you're
said, man,
instantly
this-
thinking of
but now
another. And
Riders
the
and him
fortunate
gonna be
few
going
are
at it in the
able to
preseason.
actually deliver on it.
Both of them gonna
That
go
one
at it, so we're
splits
gonna
the
see who's gonna
uprights.
win the spot.
And the Saints stretch their
He said, I
lead to
hope
21.
you well. She'll love to pray more. Wish you again. I'll be on it tomorrow, my brother.
Here's
I don't know
Groupie
why I'm
on now to
playing
handle the
Madden.
kickoff.
I'll be on more tomorrow.
Chooses to bring this one out. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
Well, it is what it is, everyone. It is what it is. It is what it is.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
12.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down.
He said,
He had it
"Gotcha,
for a
and that
moment, but a
sure
great
would
defensive
be-
play to jar
all
it loose.
I might try to
Incomplete.
scream in the morning.
Couldn't
Try to
find
scream in
Jamar
the
Chase
morning.
on
I
that
didn't scream in the
throw.
morning in a
And that's going to
long
leave him
time.
with a tough 3rd and
Try to
long.
scream in the morning.
They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Gun. Stop.
4th down, Burrow. That's cut beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They find 21 yards and get the 1st down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on 4th.
What's your set? Stop.
From the red zone now. He'll get this one to Brown. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And
Not
that
that
pushes
time,
them
buddy.
back. 3rd down coming up.
Dime this time.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Bengals with possession, but they're in a pretty deep hole to start the 4th.
Gonna be in a dime this time.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down.
Whoa. Stop.
Burrow.
Got it.
Oh, brother, it's another interception.
Got it.
Willie Gay
Let's
with the
go,
pick.
Willie Gay.
There he
Let's
goes,
go.
right sideline.
Let's go.
Into the red zone. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6.
Woo.
Defense
All right.
getting in on the fun, Brock, with that
Yes.
4th quarter lead.
Who that? And he disconnected. I don't blame him. All right, that's it for me, everyone. I appreciate everybody for showing me love on Twitter X and YouTube and Twitch, but that's it. I'm wrapping it up. I'm about to look at anime shows tonight on Cartoon Network, so I'll be screaming 2 times tomorrow in the morning and at night, everyone. I'm going to be playing more Rival. I need a break from Madden. I got to figure out what's going on with Madden, does. I got to figure out how to throw the ball right this quarterback. That's what I got to do. Got to figure something out. I'm gonna be on that Call of Duty soon too, everyone. But y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all